Meeting with congressional leaders. Senator Hirono and Sherry Menor-McNamara from the Chamber of Commerce Hawaii joins us today to share what they have been working on. Aloha, ladies.
Aloha. Good morning.
Us bright and early.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Always, all the time. Well, thanks for coming on again. For viewers who may not know, what is Hawaii on the Hill? What's the Policy Summit?
I'd say two things. It's a great opportunity for Hawaii businesses to highlight their products and to put their best foot forward, bringing their Aloha spirit to D.C. Excuse me. And the second is for the D.C. leaders, including cabinet secretaries, to participate in the Policy Summit and hear from the businesses. We have like 200?
About 200.
Participants to hear from them and really interact to understand the special challenges that Hawaii businesses face.
That's amazing.
This wouldn't be happening were it not for Sherry, her leadership at the Chamber.
Thank you, Sherry. And then thank you, Senator, as well, because this is wonderful. So many local businesses that we're highlighting. So how does it really help specifically, the local businesses and the community as a whole when you go to D.C. and do this?
Well, the participants, more than 200 this year, flying up to D.C., provides an opportunity to showcase their products and services to our nation's leaders. Last year, we attracted about 2,000 people participating in the Taste of Hawaii event. And this year, we anticipate even more. It's always the most popular and biggest event on the Hill, I believe. But really excited because the overwhelming support of these businesses flying up D.C., recognizing the importance to showcase Hawaii.
I love that, really showcasing the culture, because I'm sure many people on the continent or the mainland, they may not know about our local businesses
Well,
here.
they think that Hawaii's tourism and military snob. It's all these entrepreneurs. And as Sherry said, it is the most popular taste of. People stand in line. And a lot of our participants have been participating since day one. Kauai cookie, Kauai coffee, Koloa rum. We have some new participants.
Right.
Orchid Lei Company, they bring what? 1,000 lei.
Couple
Is that the
thousand.
lei? Is that the lei that you're wearing
Yes.
today?
Some of the people who attend have never had a real flower layer in their lives. It's one of the most wonderful things about the spreading of aloha when we get up there.
Wonderful. Now, speaking of that, because there is a Taste of Hawaii event, it's coming about in the between the full summit. I know that's about mid-June. We'll talk about when that is towards the end. But Taste of Hawaii, again, I know we can't talk about all 200 of the businesses, but we are showcasing a lovely spread here of a few of them. So tell us what people can expect, and viewers, maybe if they want to fly up to D.C. or people in D.C., what can they expect from Taste of Hawaii?
Well, the products featured here will be there. Koloa rum is always a hit. That's what backlogs the line. So they've been there from the first year. So Koloa rum, Kauai coffee. Every product that goes up is always popular. And again, it's the biggest event of the year. So in addition to the Taste event, we have a couple of other events planned during that week. One, as you mentioned, the Policy Summit, where Senator Hirono and her team bring together admin leaders, cabinet members to talk to our delegation and letting them know what resources are available to them. And a couple of other events that we do, and for the second year is Kama'aina Career Connect. So bringing employers there, inviting DC residents from Hawaii, and letting them know there's job opportunities here, and hopefully they'll move back to fill those positions. And the new event this year is Rise Up, and it's a discussion about disaster preparedness and resilience. So we'll have the FEMA administrator speaking to our delegation. So a lot of new, exciting events, but again, it's the Taste of Hawaii event that just
sets it off.
Sets it, yeah.
It's not only the fun stuff, you're also talking to FEMA. That's wonderful, very eye-opening.
Of course, and it's a bipartisan support with my colleagues because I believe this year Senator Susan Collins of Maine, who is the ranking member on the Appropriations Committee, really important that we have her support for Red Hill, Maui recovery, all of those issues that are really important to Hawaii. Chuck Schumer, our majority leader, always comes and he loves spam musubi. I have to add.
Oh, we love it. You got to share spam musubi with people in D.C. and on the mainland. Wonderful. Now, just to close off for today, ladies, when is the summit? For maybe people who want to know, people in D.C., maybe viewers who want to fly up even. I know it's in June, you said.
So June 15th through the 18th, but the actual Taste of Hawaii event is on June 17th.
Great. Wonderful information. Well, thank you for working for Hawaii, doing so many things, and then, of course, sharing all the details on Taste of Hawaii and the Policy Summit as well, ladies.
Thank you. Aloha, everybody.